Imagination is the building block of great ideas. But before we can get to ideas complicated enough to be considered great, we have to start with the simple ones. So let's humor the hypothetical for a bit. If I were to build a great set of building blocks, I guess I would have to start with a cube. More cubes. Lots of cubes. But some of them should be cut in half. No, not like that. What I mean is that a whole cube looks kind of tall, so... There we go. Now it's easier to climb up onto. But I think it could still use some visual appeal. A different design element. Maybe a different shape. How about some round ones? That's better. And since we made some of the blocks only 1/2 width, it's only fair that we should make some of those that are twice as long as well. And who's to say that we couldn't cut some of those in half the other way? Wait, something's missing. Something big. One of the most important advancements in architectural engineering. Now we're getting somewhere. But this is all too conventional. Let's start over. I think that a great set of blocks would have something different about the way that they relate to one another. Some kind of modification. Interesting. But this linkage would still have to preserve the distance in between the blocks. And what if we wanted the distance in between to be 2 blocks? Now we should be able to build some complex ideas. But this gap is still pretty big. We need to bridge it somehow. Nah, that's not quite right. How about some support beams? That works. But some of these should have something extra. There. I like having, well, options. But wait, something's wrong. How did we forget to cut these in half? It would take just the right jig. And there should be 6 of them, spaced 60 degrees away from one another, because 360 degrees divided by 6 equals 60. And there could be 2 types. One type snaps onto the axle just enough so that a wheel assembly is as long as some blocks. And the other type can act as a bearing. This would enable us to make contraptions that are both complex as well as simple. Anyhow, if I were to make what I think is a great set of blocks, that's how I would try to do it. But what about you? How would you make a great set of blocks?